What's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to do a really quick video about how I am going to pot up some fig cuttings that I got online. So if you have ever wanted to start fig trees, you've bought fig cuttings, fig rootings, like I bought these on Etsy. So I just wanted to kind of share the process with you guys, or what I'm going to be doing. I have a large bag of indoor potting mix because this is going to be, these trees are going to be inside for a while. It's end of August right now, so like they technically could go outside, but it's way too hot. And about the time it cools down, it's gonna be too chilly and like heading into winter. So I'm just gonna keep these downstairs under grow lights for a while, probably until next spring, and put them out. So I got indoor potting mix because this one is more resistant to like fungus, gnats, fungal gnats, and that kind of stuff. I also got a bag of perlite to mix in. Figs need a lot of drainage, a lot of well-draining soil. So you mix those two things together. You can add bark or something like that to the bottom if you wanted. I'm not going to do that today because all of the bark I have is outside, and that would kind of contradict the whole purpose of using the indoor potting mix, because bark that's outside has already been exposed to insects and all of that. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. Potting mix is a mix of like cocoa coir, peat moss usually, and then perlite. I've got more perlite just to get increased drainage for these guys because I don't want them to rot or anything. And I'm just putting it, you could put these straight in your pots if you wanted. I'm putting it in a tub just so I can mix it a little bit better. All right, so ew, that was wet inside. Anyways, just gonna pour a little bit of this in and then we'll mix it. I ordered my figs. They came about 4 days ago. I've just had them soaking in water. And then what you want to do is let them soak for a couple days, like 2-3 days. Let them get some moisture back into the cuttings. And then you want to cover the top once you plant it. You could dip it in like a paraffin wax or cover it in wood glue or something if you wanted to. Just something so that all the moisture doesn't evaporate out the top of the stick. We want the moisture to stay in so that it pumps out some roots, and so that we get like a viable fig tree growing out of the cutting. That's that. I'm gonna mix this up. Like I said, this already had perlite in it, so this wasn't like strictly necessary, but figs like good draining soil, and I like figs, so I want them to do as well as they possibly can. In total, I have six little cuttings, and I got them all from the same shop. I just went on Etsy and got them. I don't need anything fancy. I'm literally just starting out with figs. I have 3 fig trees now. None of them have yet made me a fig I can eat, but I am on a journey that I cannot come back from at this point. Once you start getting figs, I feel like it's just, it is what it is. There ain't no coming back. So I need to get some moisture into this soil before I put it in there and put my figs in. I'm gonna get some water in here and I'll be right back. All right, now we're making the cake. Just kidding. This does remind me of making like dirt pies when we were kids. Mud pies, I guess. So I fill this with a lot of water because this is a lot of cocoa coir in here. I can already see it. It's like cocoa coir is a really fibrous like coconut husk that they grind up and you can use for soil. It's great for starting seeds because it drains really well. It doesn't hold a lot of water. So there's less chance of you drowning your seeds and getting damping off at the top and all those kind of things. And I found that starting with quality like seed mix or planting mix or whatever really helps. If you just go get dirt out of your backyard, it can work, but it's harder. You're going to have barriers to entry. You're going to have microbes in the soil. You might have bugs that lay their eggs in there, and then stuff's like hatching, like little fungus gnats and things like that. So I like to just start with what we got here. And hold on, I'll show you this. When you get your dirt mixture, you want it to be wet enough that you can squeeze and it clumps together like this, but not so wet that like rivers of water are coming out. Like, see, I got a couple drops of water coming out. It's moist, but it's not soaked. And that's what you want. Okay. I gotta hustle because I got about 3 minutes before I need to leave. I am packing this in there a little bit. Not crazy hard, but I don't want my little sticks. I mean, these are just like dry sticks right now. I don't want them falling over or flopping all over the place. So I'm just pressing it down a little. All right, I have two round containers, and I have 4 of these. So these are actually what the fig trees that I have now came in. Thankfully, I saved the containers. Just thought I might need them one day. And I'm glad I did, because these are perfect for little nursery trees. Little seedlings that you got that are kind of trying to grow into a tree, but they're not quite there yet. All right. Here are all my containers. I need a way to label these before I put them in the soil. So I got Olympian, White Marseille, Italian Honey, and Improved Celeste. Those are the varieties that I've got here. So I've got some rooting hormone that I'm gonna dip these in. I'm just gonna dip one end of the cutting in this. And then I'm gonna stick it straight in our soil here. This one is Italian Honey. I'm really excited about Italian Honey. Okay, I'm dipping it about that deep. I don't think it's gotta be crazy deep, but that's how deep I'm going. And then I'm gonna put it all the way in here. Pack my dirt around. Okay, this one is White Madeira. White Marseille, I mean. I'm gonna have to write that down. Okay. Oh, this is the one I smell rotting smells off of. It's not good. This one may not make it, y'all. Okay, this is Improved Celeste, and I think this small one is also Improved Celeste. Yeah, these two are Improved Celeste. So they're gonna go in this, into these small ones. Gosh, these stink too. Gross. Not good signs, y'all. Hopefully they'll be okay. Okay, so Improved Celeste, White Marseille, Italian Honey. So I should have Olympian left. And I think I have 2 Olympians. Yes, I do. Ah, crap. I should have planned that better. I'm going to put the 2 Olympians here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the Italian Honey to over here because I have 2 Olympians and I want them to be in the same kind of container so I can know these 2 are Olympian no matter what, you know. These are the 2 I probably have the highest hopes for, but also I'm pretty nervous about because this one had kind of a gash at the bottom of the thing. Okay. All right, so Olympian, Italian Honey. Shit. Olympian, White Marseille, Italian Honey, Improved Celeste. This video's on my phone. I'm gonna have to reference that again tonight when I come back and try to label these, but I will be labeling them tonight. All right, there we go. So that's our fig cuttings. Hopefully they will take root very soon. Get my gloves off. I gotta get back to work. I'll see y'all on the next one.